Do you want to know the real secret to growing your wealth as a real estate investor? It's not about flashy cars or fancy suits or showing off your latest deals on Instagram. It's about looking poor. I'm Abi, and after completing over 1,100 real estate transactions, I've learned that looking low key has made the biggest impact on my long-term success. So today, I'm going to show you why looking poor can lead to higher profits and financial freedom, how flashy appearances can actually hold you back, and what you should be focusing on instead to grow your wealth quietly. So why is looking poor the secret to long-term real estate success? Well, let me start by sharing a story. So when my wife and I were searching for our first home, she had her eyes set on something bigger like most people do. But me, I somehow convinced her to buy this tiny fixer-upper of a cabin, only to find out after we moved in that it was also rat infested. Let's just say she wasn't exactly thrilled with the decision. I mean, who can blame her? But here's where things got interesting. The money we saved by choosing that little rundown cabin, we used it to start our business. 6 years later, that single decision helped us build a successful 7-figure real estate company. Looking back, even my wife agrees that it was the right move, though I'll admit, I wasn't so sure in the beginning. And here's the thing, this is a mistake I see so many people make. When you start leveling up in life, the temptation to upgrade your lifestyle gets stronger. You start thinking, oh, now's the time for that shiny new car, a bigger house, or a luxury vacation. But here's the catch. Each upgrade pulls you deeper into a never-ending race where the finish line keeps moving. It's called the hedonic treadmill, and it works just like a treadmill at the gym. No matter how fast you run, you're still stuck in the same place. The more you spend, the more you feel like you need to spend just to stay satisfied. Not only do you get caught in the cycle of wanting more, but you're also piling on more expenses. That slows down your compound growth, which is the rocket fuel for your wealth. Instead of burning your profits on things that fade, invest them back into your next deal where it can grow and multiply, and watch as your wealth quietly accelerate while others are still running in the same place. But how do you break free from this cycle and actually build wealth that lasts? Well, here's the thing. The wisest real estate investors are like farmers planting seeds for the future, while everyone else is busy showing off their biggest crops. In real estate, flexibility is your secret weapon, but if you have strapped yourself into a lifestyle with more upkeep than a vintage sports car, you are stuck in survival mode, grinding just to keep up with the bills instead of making bold moves. It's like having your shoelaces tied together when you should be sprinting ahead to close your next deal. But if you keep your expenses low, it feels like unlocking a superpower. You can walk away from deals that don't feel right, take time off, or even wait out a bad market without breaking a sweat. That gap between what you make and what you spend, that's your freedom fund. And trust me, the feeling of not needing to buy a flashy car is way more satisfying than trying to impress your neighbors with one, because true wealth, like a masterpiece painting, speaks for itself without the need for loud displays. But in an industry where image often seems to matter, how can you prove you're the real deal to your investors without the flashy cars and expensive suits? Well, the truth is, those flashy displays can actually work against you. When you roll up in a flashy car or rock designer suits, you're like a human billboard for superficial connections. You'll attract people who are more into your shiny toys than you. But in real estate, your success isn't about who's impressed by your watch, it's about who trusts you when the stakes are high. When you focus on what really matters, your work ethic, integrity, and the value you bring to the table, you start to attract partners, clients, and fellow investors who care about the same things. In real estate, reputation is your currency, and the modest investor with rock-solid principles will always outlast the one who's just putting on a show. But the thing is, just having the right mindset isn't enough. You need the right strategies to get to your first 100K in profits. So watch this video next, where I break down the proven steps to make it happen.